Alright, y'all, what's up, man? It's been a minute. Sorry I haven't been keeping up with YouTube videos. A lot of stuff's been happening in the past couple days, or months, I guess, or weeks, or whatever. But anyways, we got a lot of parts. I'm revealing what engine I'm putting in the Supra today, and so I guess let's just start off with what I got. Or let me get you guys an update before I tell you all what's up with all this. You know what I mean? So as y'all can see, I got a bunch of parts. Let's not talk about that yet. Nor let's not talk about the engine I got. But let's tell you an update, a serious update about the Supra real quick. Damn, my camera's about to die, bro. That's crazy. But real quick, I'll put my camera to charge real quick. But Supra is now at a different location. It's at a shop. It's my pop shop. And so we got it out here thanks to the homie Robert. He hooked it up with a free tow over here, and so I really appreciate him for that. But let me show y'all something new that I got done to the Supra. I done it myself, but this stuff comes off. Hopefully this camera stays alive a little bit longer. So we got a bucket seat. It's I guess it's the first unboxing, right? I guess so. But it's a NRG seat with a excessive seat bracket, and then there was a Celica at a junkyard near me. It was a Celica GT, and so I took the rear seats, the back seats, the carpet. I even changed the carpet too. So this carpet is more like it's a lot better. You know what I mean? So I even got the door cards in here too. So yeah, we got a whole like hookup, I guess. You know, let me get this camera registered. But anyways, I had an update video on my phone, but my phone ended up breaking or something. It ended up not working anymore, so I'm using the camera. But we changed the rear seats, and now it matches the fabric that I use, this type of fabric. So it's a lot more similar. But I got the rear seats, carpet, even the passenger seat, so y'all can see. So the whole interior now is done for the most part. Still gotta put the dash in and whatnot, but it's here at the shop now. So I'm gonna set the camera to charge real quick before this thing dies. But it's here now at the shop. And so I do apologize. It's really bright in here. But anyways, I'm gonna charge the camera real quick so I can tell you what kind of parts I got and what kind of engine I'm deciding to put in another car. So I'll be right back. Alright y'all, camera's charged. Blah blah, whoopie whoop. So, damn. Anyways, so I'm gonna be putting something big but slow into the Supra. I don't know how to start this. You guys see me bring you by the engine that I'm gonna be putting in the Supra. And so, follow me over here. These are the heads for it. Let me adjust the white balance on this thing. Hold up. Oh, whatever. Well, guys, it's a 1UZ. Woo! Oh man. So let me give you guys a full like story. So a couple months ago, me and my mom, we drove all the way up to Tucson to pick up this 1UZ. It was for sale for 300 bucks. So it was completely honed out, polished, painted. I have literally everything to redo it. Pistons are in the box, they're cleaned and polished. Not polished, but the crank is polished. The heads have been redone. These valve covers, I'm gonna mince the painting it. But let me show you before I show you what's in that box, let me show you what's over here. So every piece, every part was sandblasted and painted, except for these covers, because they just left them like that. And so pretty much all these pieces, the whole intake has been sandblasted, and I pretty much painted it. So this is nice and shiny. Let me get this camera to focus. Jeez. There we go. But anyways, literally either the water piece, the water neck or whatever it's called, polished, cleaned, and a bunch of other stuff like pretty much the whole front assembly and the water pump, and not the water pump but the water assembly and the intake assembly have been painted. And it looks really nice, I'm not gonna lie. So that's what's in this box. So I'm keeping all the things that need to be painted or is painted in this box. I've had this transmission laying around for a long time. So this is a W58 out of a 7 MGE. It has a 1UZ bell housing, excessive adapter plate, and it's a 5-speed, so it's a nice little touch. Yeah, so I got the manual, so this car is getting the manual, so let's just put that on. I'm sorry if this is kind of awkward or whatever. It's kind of awkward for me. I've never done like an unveiling video or whatever, you know. But in here we got the exhaust, front front oil pan or whatever. So we got that. Power steering. Literally this whole engine was like, it's all bagged, everything has been cleaned, painted, and besides these vintage Radio Shack speakers, literally every part has been cleaned, polished, and like bolt labeled, and like everything's been bagged and labeled. And so this is probably like going to be the easiest assembly ever. And then I have spare parts from another 1UZ that I had a long time ago. So all that stuff is in there. So I got like 2 intake manifolds and a bunch of other parts. So just know I have a bunch of other parts to assemble this 1UZ. All I got to do is just pick and choose what I want, and or not pick and choose, but yeah, I guess more so pick and choose. But decides what goes into this engine. And so this is the wiring harness. I got some nice stuff to 1, fix this harness, and 2, make this wiring harness look really well. And so yeah, let me just show you one more time. So like literally everything, it's a little dusty. Let me, come on, get this to focus. This thing sucks. Anyways, this thing has been cleaned and polished, honed, and it's all really clean. Like I didn't even have to paint it. This is how it came. And so yeah, and it came with an engine stand too. And so the heads right there, refreshed, everything, they're all really done really well. And over here, let me get this to focus. Let me stand over here and put this to you guys down to tell you guys what I got. Alright, let me set you guys up. Sorry about that. Let me. Alright, cool. So to assemble this 1UZ and to make sure it fits up well with that transmission, let's start off in the middle, right? So when you convert, I know my LS400 boys and my SC boys, my 1UZ or whatever guys, they know that you can either run a push type clutch, so with the clutch fork and everything. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm actually going to be doing with a hydraulic throw-up bearing. I know it's kind of dumb, but it was what I could afford, right? And so I got an MDL hydraulic throw-up bearing from I think it's like a T56 transmission or whatever. So we got that. Paid a good amount for that. And in here we have our clutch. This is an XAT clutch. I'm not sponsored by any of these people, by no means. I'm just showing off what I bought. This is the clutch. This is the pressure plate. This is all from XAT. Most of these parts I did buy off the XAT, and so I bought their adaptive kit, or their whole clutch kit for it. So I even got this thing's heavy. I even got the flywheel. Was not cheap. Did pay a good price for it. It also came with the bearing, the pilot bearing, and some flywheel bolts. Just gonna set this down, put it out of the way, because I still got more parts that are not on this table. So, in here, this is not really for the engine. but it's more so for the steering. I just got a boot. I got the boot for the rack and pinion. I needed that pretty bad. My boots are not really well. This is another side. I think driver and a passenger. Got these off Rock Auto. In here, whew, we got the engine mounts from Excessive Manufacturing. We got that, and we got the adaptive plate to adapt the hydraulic throttle bearing to the transmission. We got the bolts and other accessories in this box, and so we got that. By no means was all this affordable. This was all like, I was eating ramen for a good couple months, you know what I mean? And we got ARP bolts. This is for, I believe, the rod, the connecting rod bolts. So this is going to be holding up the rods. And then we got piston rings. We got this off Summit, I believe. Summit, I think, sells 18 piston rings. So we got the piston rings, and then we got King XL or X. Well, they're King bearings. I think they're for the crank. We got crank bearings from King, and then we got ACL Performance race bearing. And this is gonna be for the pistons. And then to top that off, we got Engine Tech head bolts or head studs, whatever these called. So this is what we're gonna need to assemble this engine. And then we also have Engine Tech thrust washers to hold in the crank. And then the rest of the stuff in this box is just bolts that have been labeled. And so literally each thing has been labeled prior to taking it out. I bought it like that. It's cheap, 300 bucks. Good people that sold it to me too. And so that's one thing. In this box, we have every single bit of wiring harness, not harness, but loom, so I can wire this harness. We got a small one, big one, and a really small one. And so this is what we're going to be using to fix that wiring harness. And then for that, we also got a assembly tape. This is going to be for it's some type of fabric tape for the harness. And as you can see, I'm gonna check the camera live. I'm not sure if it's there. Hopefully it's not. I left it charging, but let me just. All right, cool. I don't know how long we got left. I left it on there for like 20 minutes. So when I bought this engine, it came with a bunch of gaskets already. These are all the gaskets it came with. I'm not really sure. I didn't really fish through it, but I do know there's like extra gaskets, like 2 extra head gaskets. I even bought my own set of head gaskets. I didn't know that. I bought this before getting a deal for this one. You see, I had another one. That one was junk. The sleeve was rot. Like, I guess they overheated it so many times that the sleeve actually broke, and so I couldn't use that one. That was junk. And so a good deal struck up for this one. So I already had these bought, but this is a whole Engine Tech. I guess intake, whole gasket reseal or whatever it is. So these people that ordered it before me already did all that. They got Velcro, seal, just like a whole seal kit, I guess. Intake and exhaust. So they got that. Head gasket. I'm not sure what brand this is. I'm gonna try to figure out. But if you guys recognize this type of packaging, please let me know on what type of brand this might be, because I'm gonna try to debate on which head gasket to use, because if it's OEM or even better than OEM, I'm gonna go ahead and use that. So please let me know on what type of branding these are. I'm not sure if D&J is good, or this branding that's mysterious right here is good quality. And then I'm not sure, but this is also a valve cover and exhaust / exhaust manifold gaskets. just a bunch of gaskets, honestly. Like, I'm not sure where all these packaging is from, but if they're worth money, I'm gonna use them, and the rest I'm just gonna sell. And so we got another duplicate head gasket. So I got 4 in total. Yeah, these people bought it extra, so we got that. And then we have another set of gaskets once again. So 2 similar gaskets, well 3 actually, because I bought myself one. Alright y'all, for some reason camera stopped, I don't know why, so I'm just gonna wrap it up pretty quick. We bought a whole water pump kit, so it's an OEM water pump kit. Bought it from X8C. Got the water pump, that's OEM as well. And then we got the gasket. And then I'm not sure if I already talked about it, but we got all this stuff to rebuild this engine. ARP rod bolts, ARP flywheel bolts, ACL race performance bearings, and King crank bearings, Engine Tech thrust washers, thrust washer or whatever, head bolts, and then we got another head gasket kit. Whoop-de-woo! I'm sorry, my enthusiasm was gone after I realized this whole thing was not recording after just sitting here recording it thinking I was, so that's kind of annoying. But anyways, this is all the stuff I got and more, so stay tuned for what's to come. I'm gonna be shooting a video pretty soon on assembling this engine. I've never assembled an engine before, but there's a first for everything, right? And so just stay tuned. This is a lot of money I spent on all these parts. It's not cheap. Like I said, I was eating ramen noodles and for a whole month. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, all this stuff is new. I can't wait to put it on this engine. I was convinced by a lot of people, rebuild the engine, and I was like, no, I kind of don't want to, but might as well just do it right the first time, so you don't have to do it the second time, right? And so this is everything I got in its glory. It might not look much, but damn near it costed this much, more than this much. But hope you guys stay tuned. I'm gonna have to go get this table back to the homies, but yeah, I'm gonna cut it off right here. Stay tuned. The engine is gonna get built right back there, and that car is gonna move finally. So with anything else, nothing else, but you guys have a good one. Thank you for watching. Sorry it was a really short video, but car now has, from the last video, the car needed a passenger side brake caliper. We got that one refreshed, and we got a new one. I recorded it on my phone, but my phone ended up shitting the bed, and so wasn't able to use that. So here's my little update. And so yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna quit rambling. I'm gonna head on out, but you guys have a good one. All right, thank you for watching. Late.